From this moment on, you will now be known as Sharkbait.
Sharkbait! Ooh-ha-ha!
Welcome, brother Sharkbait.
Sharkbait! Ooh-ha-ha!
Enough with the Sharkbait.
Sharkbait! Ooh!
Okay, everybody, pardon the dark setting here. This is D checking in. There we go. I hit a little brightness on my light there so that you can get a shot at my addition to the frag tank. As you can see, he's getting acclimated to the temperature of the tank, and he is a Lawnmower Blenny. For those of you that have been keeping up with my videos, you know that I grow a lot of Cheetomorpha algae in my containment area back there, and I thought I would get a Lawnmower Blenny to keep it under control. You see, I get a little spurt of like bush algae every once in a while, and I constantly clean it off the black portion of the glass back there, the background. So we'll see how this guy works out there. The tank is in night mode. I have on the room light here so that I can get him acclimated. You want to acclimate your fish after hours, which is always better after your fish are sleeping. My clowns are probably peeled because I got something in the tank. He's usually in that zinnia there. It's probably buried deep in there. I can't see any of them. But you want to do it after tank lights out so that you don't introduce this guy into like a hostile situation. As you can see, I have him in the tank acclimating. I got my ye old turkey baster here. What I do is I got it from Petco too, so yeah, I have my fish separated in Petco, so another reason they don't go in the main tank. With the frag tank, I'm not really bothered. Basically, I take a portion of that bag water out and I introduce tank water in, and I do this for about an hour. You know, this gets him acclimated to the pH and everything, gets him acclimated to the water conditions so you don't shock your fish. But I see the shrimp is over here checking them out anyway. And that's probably a more comfortable way of getting it, even if you put it in a quarantine tank. I hear a lot of times people buy new fish, they put it in a quarantine tank and it drops dead. Even in a quarantine tank, you know, fish are really, really sensitive to changes in parameters, be it the salinity, the pH, the temperature, the most common. But even you got to remember, these guys, you put them in a frag tank where you're dosing things like magnesium, you're dosing things like strontium, things that they may not be adjusted to in the tank that they're coming from. After all, this, for instance, is Petco. You know, they ain't dosing a damn thing in there, so you want to be real careful. So I'm going to keep him in here. I'll continue the acclimation. He looks pretty comfortable. You want to check the breathing on him, make sure he's not really panting really hard. This guy's pretty comfortable. He's a little bit bothered because I turned the light on, but all right, I'm going to acclimate him for about another 20 minutes or so. I'll empty the bag. You never want to put that bag water in your tank. I empty the bag into my container down here, and then I dump that into my slop sink. I never put bag water in my tank. I will put tank water in the bag, but not bag water in the tank. So let's check back in a few minutes, and I'll release this guy, and we'll see how he does. Alright, everybody. So I got my boy added to the tank. If you can see him there. He's chilling over there by the Pavona. He's getting kind of calm and acclimated. He's just the right size for the tank. I wanted to make sure I got him really small because this is a nano tank. You want to kind of keep the fish proportion to the tank. It's not fair to the fish to get some gigantic fish and put them in a small tank. And this is probably the last fish that I'll put in here. Like I said, I get a lot of like the, not so much the little bush, but a lot of this growth here and on the back there. I've cleaned quite a bit off today, but I'll also supplement his diet with some Cheetomorpha. I'll probably take some out of the refugium and place it in there, so I'll make sure that this guy has enough to eat. Everybody else is sleeping, so he'll have some time to get acclimated there. And that's it. Now what you're gonna probably see me do over the course of a few days is, or actually what you would do when you add a new fish to the tank, is make sure that he's eating. You want to get a food that gets down to him. Since this is a grazing fish, I will get nori, or I'll get the algae sheets that I so graciously received from my aquarium box and put it on a clip. Make sure that this guy is eating. Oh, the clown is peeking out. I must have woke him up. See, he just peeked back down. Yeah, I must have woke him up. But yeah, I want to make sure that this guy is eating. I like him already because he's not running and hiding and whatnot. He's kind of more interested in what the heck I'm doing. He's one thing about these blennies is they're real inquisitive, and they really express a familiarity with their tank mates as well as their owners. So I'm going to keep a close eye on him, make sure that he's eating, and that is it. So basically, acclimation should take a good amount of time. You don't never want to add the fish store water to your tank. You want to introduce them with the tank in dark is probably the best, although you can do it with the lights on. I found it over years better to do it with the dark. Nobody harasses them and gets them some time to get used to the tank and its other inhabitants. Slowly add the water to the bag, get them acclimated, release them, and keep tabs on them. So this is it. This is my Lawnmower Blenny, the newest and probably last addition to the frag tank. So this is D signing off. Thank you for watching. Click that thumbs up. I appreciate it. And until next time, see ya. You'll get used to me. I'm nuts. Bye, fish.